Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's tarot reading. For a change, I thought I'd go with our Alchemical Visions Tarot today for this week. Now, the imagery in this particular deck is really complex. So for this week, I'm only going to pull one card. Now, these cards are rather large. You can see they're pretty big. So I'm gonna just shuffle these cards as best I can. I tend to drop them because they're so big. But I've been shuffling a while prior to the recording, and I'll just give it another shuffle and then we'll connect. And my question will be, what do we need to pay attention to this week? Is there something that, could help us on our spiritual path? Something that the tarot wants us to pay attention to. So I'll just connect and we'll see which one single card comes through. Okay, I'll cut this deck. And I'm going to take the top card and we will just put those to one side. They're so big. And here we are. Okay, so we got the Five of Cups. Now, straight away, you can see all the detail in this card. So here we have a man standing, looking down at three cups that have overturned. Behind him are two other cups standing quite tall, and they even look larger, don't they? Above his head is a double Ouroboros sprouting out of a tree. And above that is a tower with two angels on either side, one on either side. There's the symbol of Venus here as well. In the distance, we can see a large church and a castle. And ahead, we see a bridge. So, the river here that flows by him is the symbol of the unconscious. The church and the castle are representative of as above the church and as below the castle. So if we look at this Five of Cups as an invitation to make a choice with regarding our growth toward individuation via the unconscious, remembering as above, so below, we can see that this person has two things that he needs to consider. To get to the church and the castle, there's a very fast route, and that would be to go directly across the river. But if he does that, he's going to submerge himself into the unconscious. And if there's any kind of pull in the river, it could sweep him off his feet. So there's a direct route, a very fast route via this unconscious, but there's a sense of danger there too. Now, he has another option. He could go across the bridge, but we can see from the card, we don't know how far he needs to travel to even get to the beginning of the bridge. So this is a much longer journey to get to his goal and his destination. Also, if he chooses that option, whilst it might be safer, he's actually going to have to turn his back completely on all of the work that he's achieved thus far. So the two standing cups are representing all of the spiritual growth and development that he's actually attained by now. And the risk of taking the long route is that if he goes too far out of his way by turning his back, he may forget all about the work that he's already done. We can see from the card, he's actually looking down at the three that have overturned. So there's a sense of disappointment in the card. He's actually focusing on what he's lost in this moment rather than what he's gained. Now, the card also suggests in that maybe he's also turning his back on what he's gained because he's reluctant to show hubris about his advancement. He doesn't want to be seen to be boasting or bragging about his accomplishments. So there is that theme as well. Essentially, though, the Five of Cups is suggesting that for this week, we pay attention to our choices and we stay focused on our goal, but we look at all potentials with regards to how we're going to get there. Yes, we can take a quick route via the unconscious and take a risk. Or we can go the long way around that still holds a risk, though a little safer. Either way, we're going to get where we're going. We just need to be mindful about how we approach it. So, a very detailed card. I hope that helps with anything that you're thinking about this week. Reach out if you're not sure. I'd love to hear from you. I'd also love to hear how you feel about this one card reading with it being so complex. I didn't want to go into too much information. But simply put, we have choices and the unconscious is calling and we have the option. Either way is the right way for us. We're all different. Either way is the right way. Neither is incorrect. So have fun with that and I'll see you next week. Bye.